Hey guys, welcome back. So we have some crazy news. The last video I made, we were waiting for the product to come in. Um, I am so overwhelmed with how well everything is turning out. So what we had made, I told you guys I was going to let you in on it. We had a card game made, and it's revolved around animals. We already have it selling out of specialty pet stores. We've been doing trade shows and selling it there. And one of the big places that we're really excited about is we have it in the largest reptile zoo in the world. We also have it in another zoo north of us. And in the reptile zoo, it is doing extremely well. We've already restocked our gift shop 4 times, and it's just like I said, it's kind of overwhelming, like how fast things are moving with this. We also I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So we're trying to get it into one of the largest, most famous zoos in our area in Florida. So I went to the zoo, tried to talk to somebody. I couldn't talk to anybody. It was really weird how they acted when I went in and said I'd like to speak to the gift shop manager. They wouldn't let me speak to anybody, so I left kind of discouraged. I went back about a month later. Same thing. I went in, I tried to talk to the gift shop manager. There's no way to get a hold of that person. So I went back a third time and talked to a cashier in the gift shop, and they gave me an email and a phone number. And I emailed, I tried to call the number. I got a auto reply email saying someone will respond within 48 hours. Never heard back from anybody. Talked to someone on the phone, but was in it. They were in the marketing department, not the gift shop, and they really liked the idea of the card game. And even at that, they never forwarded my messages to anyone. It was very frustrating. So I was wondering if I should even keep pursuing it. And then a friend of mine suggested, why don't you send them a game? Why don't you just mail them a game and let them know that it's doing well in these other areas? It's performing very well, selling out fast, and throw in a couple business cards. So that's what I did, and waited and waited and waited, and never heard back from anybody. So then I had the idea, because I follow a lot of entrepreneurs on YouTube, and they always give really good advice, whether it's offering value to someone, or I remember one entrepreneur, he was trying to talk to someone. I can't remember if it was like the CEO of a company. I can't remember. It was someone big in the company he was trying to get a hold of, and he couldn't get a hold of him. And so what he did was he sent them a huge bouquet of flowers. And I thought, that's providing a type of value, and it's showing you're serious. So what I ended up doing is I went out and got some donuts, brought them to the zoo one morning, got a really nice bag, put in some business cards, talked to somebody, a cashier again. The gift shop manager I needed to talk to was in a business meeting at the time. So I let the employee know, hey, this is for so-and-so. Could you make sure they get it? Long story short, that was on a Thursday. On Tuesday, the following Tuesday, I got an email. I got an email saying, hey, I showed the game to my boss, because I guess it was the gift shop assistant manager. I showed the game to my boss. We're interested in selling it in the gift shop. Give us some details. What's the wholesale price? Do you have a minimum order? What's the turnaround for payment? Um, and so I messaged them back, and I gave them all the info, and it's going well, and I believe we're going to get it into this gift shop. And it's huge because, like I said, in the reptile zoo that we're in, they're not that busy. Unfortunately, not yet. They're kind of a newer zoo. I think they will get busy eventually. But there isn't a line usually, typically, at the door before they open. And we've already restocked, like I said, their gift shop 4 times now. If we get into this zoo, they have a line that's like a quarter mile long out their door. And if we can get the product in there, it's like game over at that point. And that's going to help us because we've been thinking about rebranding, changing the name, just more little tweaks along the way that we want to do. But guys, I'm telling you this: if you put your time and effort into something and you want it to work, and you do what you need to do to make it work. I'm not saying it's going to work every time, but if you focus on that and really give your all to it, yeah, something's going to work. Something eventually is going to work. And like I said before, just if you don't know where to start, you can message me, leave a comment. If you're not sure where to start, just start selling. Just start selling something. Find something to sell. Years ago, I went on Alibaba and I found these little cheap toys, and I was selling them there, and they were so easy to sell. I would go into stores and sell. I would make $200 in 5 minutes selling these. Just explore things. Go on AI, Chat GPT. Ask what's something on Alibaba or AliExpress.com that I could sell, something that's cheap that not a lot of people are selling, that I could make a quick, return on. Just start somewhere. Don't, if you're going on a trip, you don't wait for all the lights to turn green before starting the trip. You just go and you deal with things as they come. And that's where a lot of people, I feel, they don't really, they're afraid of failure. And you have to change that mindset to, you have to be more afraid to be stuck where you're at than being afraid to fail in business. Business owners fail all the time. When you can talk to any entrepreneur that's done very well, they're going to tell you they failed. But what you have to learn is, when you fail, learn why you failed and tweak it. Figure out why you failed and grow from that, learn from that, and it'll just keep going until you eventually figure it out. Eventually you're going to figure it out. Your first business product, whatever you sell, if that's what you decide to do, it's probably going to fail. It might not, but it's 99% of the time it's going to fail. But there's so many important things you learn along the way of selling that one thing. It's just going to keep growing. You're going to learn from it. You're going to figure out, hey, this people were interested, but they really wanted something more like this. And then you're going to go find the other product, and then that's going to be better. And you're just going to keep learning as you keep growing and gaining wisdom from selling. Selling teaches you so many things. When I first started selling the product I was telling you guys about from Alibaba. I was going out and I was going about it all wrong. I was going up to people, hey, I'm selling this product, and that right there, as soon as you tell somebody you're selling something, the wall goes up and immediately they're turned off. And what I learned over time was to approach people and ask, hey, can I get your opinion? Can I get your opinion on this? And then they felt more comfortable speaking to me, and they would say, yeah, let me see what it is. And I'd show them and they'd say, this is really cool. Where'd you get this? Oh, I sell it. I sell it on the side. And the response was incredible. They were like, oh my gosh, you sell these? How much are they? They're $15. Oh, I want one. Can I get two? And sometimes it was kind of funny. Sometimes the friends of the employees would see what I was selling, and they would all have to have one after their friend bought one. And that's how I made $200 some days, some nights. And it's just like I said, you just start. If you don't know where to begin, just start selling something. It'll eventually come to you. But yeah, we're really excited. We got this card game in many stores, like we said. I haven't made a video in a while because honestly, I've been so busy driving all over, setting up. We had a sign made on Vistaprint, a little display sign for the stores that we have the game in. I'm telling you, it seems hard if you're not in business and you want to start a business. It seems hard, but you sometimes overthink things. Watch, my advice: watch videos, read books. Rich Dad Poor Dad was a great book that really got my brain turning and really thinking at one point. Even though I had already had a successful business, it kind of makes your brain branch out and think of different avenues of selling and business. I have so many ideas for businesses that I almost think I should start a business where I sell business ideas, because they're such good ideas. They're very valuable, and somebody out there would want them. But anyway, that's the update. I hope you all are doing well. Like I said, any questions you have, please comment. I love helping people in any way I can. We're still, at this point, we're still couch surfing after Hurricane Ian, if you've watched the other videos. But it's getting somewhere. Business takes time, and I realize that. Business doesn't happen overnight. It takes many years to grow to a point where you start getting comfortable and start making a decent amount of money. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I hope this helped you in some way, and I look forward to making the next video, hopefully sooner than this one. All right, guys, take care.